join me at the field of quad screams and broken dreams for a review of another drone. This is the Flyfish 55, a custom-built, highly tuned, highly engineered FPV drone, 5.5-inch props. We've got a DYS F722 flight controller, an 8S capable ESC. We've got the Flyfish 2506 motors. We've got a Maytech Diversity receiver. We've also got the O4 Pro as well. Ultimately, this thing is absolutely going to rip. Over the course of the next half an hour or so, I'm going to answer all the questions that you might have about this build, how you can win this build, whether you should build this build yourself, and how many times in this video about this build I can say the word build. Let's go. Welcome back to another video, and this is part one of a two-part special. Flyfish RC were kind enough to send me the new O4 Pro version of their 55 frame. Never actually built or flown a specific 5.5-inch FPV drone before, so I figured, why the hell not? Now, there's going to be quite a lot of detail in this, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it into two videos. But first of all, I want to discuss the spec of this build. You can see I'm actually building it with a SpeedyBee F4 or 5 version 3, and it just didn't offer the performance that I'd hoped it was going to offer for the build that we was building, because ultimately we're going to give a copy of this away to somebody. I'm not saying that the SpeedyBee stacks are bad. I've got loads of them myself and I quite like them, but there was just something not quite right with it, and I couldn't put my finger on it. So I figured, rather than chasing my tail for days and days and days, which I just don't have the time to do at the moment, I'll swap it out, and I put a DYS F722 with an 8S capable ESC. So if you was to win the copy of this that we're going to give away eventually, you could then potentially even upgrade this to an 8S 5.5-inch quad, which I think would probably be a perfect little frame for it. Now, looking at the details of the spec, we've got a Rush FPV M10, we've got Flyfish 2506 1750 kV motors, we've got the Maytech Diversity ELRS receiver there, so it's not Gemini, but it's up there with it. Have a quick look around the QC check. Now, what I want you to do on the QC check, obviously I've put this thing together, so if you want to critique me like I critique manufacturers, now is your time to do it. If you see anything I've done wrong, if you don't like some of the solder joints I've done, let me know in the comments down below. Call me out on it, because that's what I'm here for. At the end of the day, if I'm looking at other people and questioning what they do, you need to look at me and question what I do. We've also added a buzzer to it. We've added a GPS. What else have we added? Oh, we've added LEDs to it as well. And we've even tested it with the new version 2 Flywoo ND filters as well. It's a really high quality build, really, really fun to fly. And ultimately, the reason why we're going to do it over two parts is because we've got to do further testing on the GPS, further testing on position and altitude hold, because I've decided to set it up on Betaflight 4.6. We haven't done a speed run yet, but I know you guys are interested in seeing this as quickly as possible. The other thing that we haven't done as well is we haven't set the competition going just yet. So all that is going to be in part number 2. So for this particular part, we're going to go and have a look at 4 flights that we've done, or maybe even 3 flights that we've done, and we'll save one for the next video perhaps. But here we go with flight number 1. This was just after the Maiden flight, and we tested all the systems. So at full throttle, it just oscillates a fair bit.
Probably stick comes on.
Yeah.
Okay, can I go to the gate now?
Yeah, of course you can, mate.
Okay.
So actually, for a drone that's bigger, it feels very light in the air. It's quieter than a 5-inch, weirdly. Feels lovely and manoeuvrable. I do need to deal with this tune. This tune is giving me some oscillations, so I'm not going to push it very hard. Unfortunately, because I made the design decision to go with Betaflight 4.6, it means that I can't use the app to tune it in the field, which is a bit of a shame really, because this is almost a perfect tune. We just need to knock some gains down a little bit, and this will probably be one of the best flying drones I've got. Now, I'm not saying that because ultimately we're going to give it away, because for anybody that watched the live stream yesterday, we decided what we was going to do is build a brand new one and give that one away to the exact same spec and same tune as this. Yeah, this is probably, ooh, does it rival the Deep Space Seeker 5? I'm gonna have to answer that after I've tuned it. Oh, and once I've got my rates on it. But so far, so good. Really good. Now we can't do any full speed tests or anything like that because of the tune. Really good. Really, really, really good this. I did fly a 5-inch with 5.5-inch props, and it was nice, but having these bigger motors is even better. Right, this is a 3-minute flight, and I'm going to bring it in, just not to push it. Right, let's bring it in. This is lovely, and I'm coming in.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the first proper flight after I've tuned it. Everything is now running exactly as it should. I'm going to leave this flight to play without me talking too much over it. Towards the end of the flight, we'll do the community spotlight and discuss sort of your comments and stuff at the end of it. But I'm just going to leave the flight playing for now, and I'll come back to you on the next flight. Moving on to our community spotlight, quite possibly the favourite thing in these videos for me. I get to speak to you, I get to listen to your comments, and it's brilliant. I also get to thank the ones that are really supporting the channel and helping us push forward and grow. And we'll start with Patreon, patreon.com/squaddingquads. We've got Trinity FPV, James Mason, Eddie Emery and Ola Bergveld. Thank you so much for your support on there. If you would like to go and help them support us, please do feel free, but don't feel obliged to. I'd also like to thank It's Luke FPV for supporting us over there on Instagram, and we've got obviously our channel members here on YouTube as well. We've got David Sainty, we've got Skydar, we've got Airbender FPV, Han Solo, ABJ, Rain In Squad FPV, Lifestyle FPV, SOS Death Valley, Trinity FPV, 420 FPV, GNCRC, Hello Outlaw, Mr. Oriole, Flyzone FPV, JVIP Gaming, Axon, Simca, Chaser FPV, Tim S, FPV Addict, Droney, Christopher Clayton, Silicon Photography, Club Alexandra, Boy Wonder FPV, Connor Clark, Doper FPV, Mark Duplex, Harry M Photography, JR FPV, James III of Boston, Phil Anderson, Not Here, Onyx FPV, Barry Morgan FPV, and Only Drones. Thank you all so much for your support. It really does mean the world to us here at the channel. Now, let's move on to your comments. And the first comment up is Dan. If I would not have the 3.5 Nexa in plan now, I would definitely go for the Oasis Fly 25. Shame I can't get both. We all know what the simple answer is there, don't we, sir? Just get both. Thank you very much for your comment. Let's move on. Only Drones says, I think I'm ready for a drone like this. What a beast. Only Drones, I absolutely agree with you. It's about time that you got something like this. You will be incredibly surprised at just how good this is. Thanks for your comment. Let's move on. And Onyx Quad Mafia says, for my smaller quad, I have a TanQ 3.5 from Rotorite. It's Sean's Let's Fly FPVs. Super durable, surprisingly light, and she rips it up. Got an 03 air unit. You should do yourself a favour and get one of these in for review, bro. I'm going to do that. Importing from USA to UK can be a little bit tricky, but we'll do it. We'll absolutely do it. You've recommended it a few times now, brother, so let's do it. Let's get it sorted. Thank you everyone for your comments on this edition of the Community Spotlight. If you want to be featured in the next edition of the Community Spotlight, just leave a comment that's really good in any way, shape or form, and I'll pick 3 at random for the next video. Right, let's move on. So we're at location number 2, flying the Flyfish 55 5.5 inch FPV drone, and so far I've been incredibly impressed with it. I thought being bigger that it would be a little bit cumbersome to maneuver, but it really isn't. Now I'm just going to go, first of all, I'm going to do one pass around here nice and slowly, nice and steadily, because we struggle to punch out if you look. And obviously if it goes down in here, we're in real trouble. So we always do a nice, easy, slow pass first of all, just before we start to pick up the pace. Making sure the drone's okay, making sure the signal's okay, making sure my skills are mid. And we just hit a tree, but we have just smacked the tree at my field really hard, and it copes with it incredibly well. This is quieter than a 5-inch. Now you are going to be able to hear it, of course. It isn't as quiet as, say, a 2.5 inch. But it's certainly a lot quieter than what you would expect something so big to be, whilst being incredibly well performing. It is a weekend, so I don't want to disturb any animals or people too much. So we're just going to have a nice leisurely fly around this lovely area. This is an area you guys like to see, and it's definitely a good barometer of how well controllable a quad is. If you're out of control around here, you are going to instantly have issues. But we're all good. As we can see here, this piece of grass is still a bog, so if you were to crash there, you are going to end up 6 feet under. Such a lovely quad, really nice. Really nice, super smooth, super high quality. Does exactly what it says on the tin. This is just a nice relaxed flight, hence the nice relaxed voiceover. Now let's head over here. See how busy it is over here. Got some people there, the spotter's warned me about. Okay. So we'll slide back down here. And lovely. Really nice this. Really, really nice. Now, I've probably got my camera settings a little bit too dark, so hopefully we can adjust that in post. But that is part of the reason why I'm not going too crazy, because it is a little bit dark. I can see it's not a problem, but when you hit into those shadows, it does get a little bit dark. So we're being sensible, as any good pilot should be. That doesn't mean that we're not going to have fun with it. Seven minutes, 3.58 volts, and I'm going to come back and land it. This is a 1250 Mar 6S, 3.59 volts, 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Right, time to land. So I've decided to leave all 4 flights in, because what we're going to do, like I say, we're going to go, and the next video is going to be a setup video. It's going to be testing the Betaflight GPS return to home, the altitude hold, the position hold, the panic button feature that we sort of debuted back in, I think it was December, using a smaller drone. We'll see how it works on this bigger drone. And ultimately we've got an outro here that mentions that the competition link is going to be in the description down below. I just need to point out that it will be in the next video. I had intended to get everything out in this video, but unfortunately the weather has been against us today. You wouldn't believe it looking at the visuals on screen, that the day after this was filmed, it was nothing but wall-to-wall rain all day. So that was against us, unfortunately. And we're just going to have to bite the bullet for now and just accept what it is and just move on. But I'm going to leave this flight playing. I think we can all agree that as we get towards the end of this flight, I really pick up my flow with this drone. And it's hard to believe the way I fling it in between these trees in a second, just how big this drone is. This is bigger than a 5 inch. It's 5.5 inch. Of course it's bigger, but you know what I mean. It's got more inertia. It's got more power. It's got more everything. And I've never actually flown these trees. These trees are really inhospitable. What you can't really tell on the camera is it's a bit of a mountain bike track. So the trees actually dip down quite a lot. You can sort of see a little bit there, but they're an absolute nightmare. If you lose a drone here, you're really going to struggle with it. So the fact I've never done it before and I actually get into quite a good flow in a second is, I think, testament to maybe how much I'm flying, but it's testament to how much I believed in this drone as well and how much confidence I had in this drone. I'm going to stay quiet now until the end of this flight, so enjoy the rest of this flow. And then at the end of the flight, there'll be an outro from here. Just bear in mind, when I mention the competition link, it will be in part 2 of this 2-part special. This was the Flyfish 55. A 5.5 inch FPV drone, excuse the traffic behind me, 5.5 inch FPV drone, a highly custom build, super high performance. We've dived the chimney, we've flown in the technical section, and we've flown at my field, and it's done everything and more that I could have asked of it. If I had to think of a negative, it would probably be that it's a bit difficult to tune because of the larger motors and the larger props, but overall, it's a superb drone. It flew for over 7 minutes on a 1250 mAh 6S pizza lipo. It flies really, really well. It freestyles really well. Feels like you've got a lot more control and a lot more precision than you would think you would have with a drone that's so large. I would highly recommend that you build one of these. But if you don't want to build one of these, or you can't build one of these, you can enter our giveaway down below now. There's a link in the description. You can win it for as little as 90p or $1 or €1. You can enter as many times as you want, and not only will you win a drone just like this, but with all brand new parts, but it'll be tuned to my specification as well and fly exactly like you've seen in the videos here. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please, as always, drop them in the comments down below. The support that you guys have shown me over the past few weeks has been absolutely incredible, and I can't thank you enough for it. I hope you've really enjoyed this video, and until next time, peace out.